So this sum, now I'm getting the sum under, this is a measure. This value lies, it's a measure because it's a measure of all the prices we sold these articles for. So that's that on that. Now let me see what the calculated column is. They call them calculated measures, calculated columns, but I was just using measure and columns, but like that's the basic, the perfect name. So now if I wanted to, a calculated column is a column that, what's the definition? That's the definition in my okay. A calculated column is a column that evaluates at row level and adds a new column to an existing table. Let me show that using this stuff. Okay, so what can I use to get the calculated column here? What's a numerical value? For now, numerical. Okay, see this item price again. Let's create a new column here. So this item price here is, if I wanted to get, this is not a real calculation that is which is okay. Let me do this. It's a real calculation actually. So now I want to get the difference. The item price here is what we sold these items for, and the item cost is what we bought them for. So if I wanted to get the difference between those the items, so like let me say the profits, right? Which is the profits. So which I'll not, what would that be? That would be equal to this minus this. So this minus this. So now that's the difference. And if I did it for everything here, that's the calculator column because it's evaluated for every single row. Do you guys understand? Can you guys signify with a thumbs up if you understand? Okay. I saw only one thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Okay, and four out of 12. It's not a good. It's not a good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now a calculated column evaluates for it.
Come again.
Okay, I'll do that. A calculated column evaluates for each row. So now I'm trying to find the profits here because we used price here, and we sold for this price and we bought it for this price. So I'm trying to create a column named profits, which uses item price minus item cost. So I'm just trying to explain the basics for now. All this thing I'm meant to do it on Power BI, but I'm just trying to explain the basics of what a calculated column is. So a calculated column is calculated for every row. This one, this is this row's profit. 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 But a measure would only evaluate once for the whole kine at once, which is something like the total sum, the average, things like that. So that's that on that for now. So now let me close this. Let me close this before. Let's go back to our DAX presentation. Okay, Farouk, you raised the hand. Hello, Farouk. Hello.
I know that I understood what.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Farouk, can you repeat what you said?
I only notified that I understood what you did. Just a
Oh, okay, no
notification that I
problem.
understood what you have done.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. So now that we have an idea of what column is, and the measure is, so now there's a third type called a table. I'm guessing in our introduction to Power BI class, which we had in the first session, we would have been told what a table is. Yeah, we're told what a table is. Let me open Power BI. Okay, Power BI desktop. I'm launching my Power BI for the. I hope we all have that on our systems. I hope we all have Power BI on our systems. Okay. I've opened my Power BI now. Let me share that one instead for now. Present. Baby, I don't want to hurt. Okay, so that's my Power BI. And this is the screen. We all know this place. We've been taught this place. Do I have any data? No, I have not loaded any data. So where do I load data from? Yeah, get data. Excel workbook. Yeah, because we can load different type of data, different types of data. This particular sales data set we're using for today is an Excel workbook. It could also be a CSV another day, but we'll know, like we'll see it by the file type. At the back of the file, we saw .xlsx, which is an Excel file. So I'm going to use open Excel workbook, open sales. Okay, so I'm going to click it and then load. There's some things one does in this stage. Are we seeing my system? Sorry. Are we seeing whatever I'm doing? Like the part where I click get data.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Yes.
expecting it to
Yes.
show. Okay, I know why it's not showing. I'm coming. 1 second. Because I was doing something else too. Okay, entire screen just for now. Just for now. I'll share my entire screen just for now. Okay. So my entire screen is sharing just for now. This is my get data, Excel workbook, then sales data set, then open. So now it will show this place, this navigator, where you can load, transform data. I think transform data. Jesus, it might be because of my RAM. Jesus. Sorry, who said that? And what did I do to you, sir? But anyway, no problem. Oh. Let me get also so I'll buy a better RAM. But anyway, so this is my sales data set, and I'm going to be loading. Okay, someone wants to enter. Don't say this because of my RAM. I'm taking that personal. I'm taking that personal. Okay, okay, okay. You guys are
It's
discussing
not
about
you.
your
It's
power.
not you. We are discussing about the Power BI. Not you.
Okay, sorry, sorry. I've seen it now. I've seen it now. It happens, sha. It takes time sometimes. It takes time sometimes. Okay, so now on this page that I am, this is where you load, transform data. I believe on like the session 5 or session 6, you'll be taught about how to transform your data and how to make some edits to your data or something like that. But for now, we're just using data that is already perfectly cleaned and set. So right now, I'll press load instead of transform. I'll press load. So now I'm loading the Excel data on my Power BI. Okay, so this is my Power BI page. Yep, it's still loading, still loading, still loading, still loading. 5 MB. See what it said, 60,000 rows loaded. Sometimes even Excel can't take that. So that's why some people even switch to Power BI and stuff like that. 60,000 rows. So now we've loaded our data sets, sales. Now for just data analysis sake, I mean what I say it's the basic sake. And since it's a class, well, yeah, you should always do that. But I'm telling you guys that now I have to just check my rows, just look through the data. We always have to do that now. We always have to do that. So now we're in our report view, and this is table view. This is model view. So now I'm opening the table view, and I'm seeing our data. Are we seeing the data set? Please just signify with a thumbs up always. Yep.
Yes, we can
So
see it.
okay, so now we are having just looking through the data set. You can see that this is a selling sales data set. They have an order number, order quantity, sales order line key, something like that. What does that mean? Normally, there's always something called the metadata that would explain what all these columns and rows mean in our data set. But for now, you can still understand it normally. This is the order date, the person bought it, the delivery due date, um, customer name, customer city, customer states, customer country. Okay. I think let me define this data. This data set is called I think it's called the Adventure Works data set. Is a data set that is very nice, but it's made by I think Microsoft. Yes, they just made it that people should be able to use it to do projects and just like explore and just it's not a real company. but they just made it like that as if it's a real company to the extent that it has data that looks like it's real, up to 60,000 rows that looks like it's real and people can use it to do something. But people can just use it for their projects and their analysis, personal analysis. So for now, this is our table page where we can see everything. We can see that this is data selling different countries, different states, subcategories, selling tires and tubes, product, mountain tire tube, product color, model, mountain tire tube. Down there we can see more, but here, you see, there's even product up to product color. But we'll get there. We'll get there. For now, we're just talking about what the calculated column is. So now, where was I before I decided to show you guys my data set? Okay, so now that let's go back to this. Let's go back to this main thing. Let's go back. Okay. I wanted to show you guys table. I wanted to show you now. I know I opened it. So this is a table. The sales table is a table. Do we know that? Do we know that? Does anyone know that? Please, thumbs up as usual. Thumbs up as usual.
Please come
Okay.
again.
Because, okay, what I'm saying is, did someone say I should come again?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, I was originally saying that we have where's my key? I was originally saying that we have different calculations we can do. That's columns, tables, and measures. Now I've explained columns and tables. Now I want to explain what a calculated table is. Are you with me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so now a calculated table, what a table is in Power BI is this sales table. We just brought in our data. It's a sales table. I could also create a brand new table that will act alongside sales table, that will work alongside it. There are different reasons we might want to create new tables. For something like a different, we need a table to calculate some different things. We need a table to hold some specific data. Basically, there will be points where you need to create a new table, and we'll see how to do that in this particular. We'll see how to do that in this particular class. Okay. So away from that for now, I'm back to the slide. I'll be to the presentation. DAX. Okay, so now that the various DAX functions we can use, these are predefined formulas that perform specific calculations on specific values called arguments. Function syntax indicates the order of arguments expected. Like now, okay, so now we have a formula, sum. The function syntax is how you're going to input your tables in it, how you're going to input what you want from it. Basically, you're going to discuss with it. We're going to see how we're going to use some of these today. We have things like sum, average, count, date and time functions, if, and, or, concatenate, upper left. Now they are divided into categories. We have aggregation functions, we have date and time functions, we have logical functions, and we have text functions. Now this text, let me just briefly see what this one's here mean. Concatenate, you can use it to join two columns of text that probably we use it in a situation like if someone's first name is on a row and the person's surname is on a column, and the person's surname is another column. We use concatenate to join them. Upper, you can use to convert a particular column from lower to uppercase. Left, you can use it to take a specific number of text from a particular column. Okay, if we are programmers here, we know what if, and or do. Whether or not we're even programmers, how it sounds, we use it as conditional statement. Basically, if this does that, then we should do this. Then today, month, here, we'll see how that one is used later. Sum, average, count, that one speaks for itself. Okay, so now this is an example, just like I said. This is sum. How do we use sum? The syntax, we'll just put sum and then we'll put the column we want to sum inside. Basically, this sometimes you can use that. You can use sum in both measure formats and in normal calculated column formats. In the sense of, okay, if I wanted to sum up what an entire price, I mean entire sales I sold for today. We'll see it there. We can use that to get it. Sorry. It takes one argument, which is the column. Example, sum of sales in this data set. This is actually this is the name of the data set. So this is a bit confusing. Sales should not be here, but like sum of whatever is in the data set. Yeah. So see left, look at the left I talked about here. That I said left can be used to get a particular text. So now if we had a column where we had everybody's name, just like people's names can be Olamide, people's names can be Olami. Okay, I'm seeing an Olamide in this class. I'm seeing Oluwagbemiru. I'm saying, let me check more people. Yeah, where are people? Okay, I'm saying Nafisat. I'm saying Daniela, and I'm saying Ikma. Okay, so now if I wanted to pull out the first three letters of everybody's names, yeah, that's like Ola, Naf, and there's Ik, and there's Dan. If I wanted to pull that out, I can use something called left. It's just a function there because there's the day you will need it. Most times there are all these functions, they were not there before until someone just like, I need this thing to do this. Then they probably developed it, and then Microsoft Power BI worked on it and like added it to the. I mean, Microsoft added it to the formula table. So basically, so this left will take text from a column or row, and then you input how many characters you want from it, and it will return the specified number of characters from start with. So now I use data community here. Left of data community. How many? What would this return? Since I put 7, this will return data. It counts space as a character. Yes, space then CO. Okay, so now if I say data community, then left data community, then comma 3, what would that return, please? Can someone just type it in the comment section? Okay, good. I love that. Yes, sweet. Okay, so now we understand the functionality of that left per se. Okay, so now how do we create calculated columns? It's by expanding. Sorry, what are calculated columns and how do we create them? It expands our existing data set without editing the source data. So now, one thing about Power BI, we are not most times we are not editing a data set. We are just working with it. So we can create columns, create new stuff on it that will not show in the main data set we initially imported. And like if we are sending that data set back to someone, it will not have the new things. If it was Excel now, it will edit it and to probably modify some things. But like yeah, we are just using it to do our own visualizations and reports. So now an example of a calculated column is this. We have this table, July, and we have Monday, Tuesday. So now this table is a table of, let's say these people are athletes. Since we just finished Olympics, let me use that. We just finished Olympics. So now this is the distance these people ran. They're athletes, right? So this is the distance these people ran. This person ran this distance on Monday. This person ran this on Monday. I just want to run this one on Monday. All of them ran this on Tuesday. So now we would want to calculate what's the total distance each person ran Monday and Tuesday. So we can create a column here. Are we saying this? Sorry.
No, we're not saying.
Okay, so we can create a column here with, normally people can do that physically. People can also do that normally.
You can't see it.
What did you say?
No, we can't see it. It's only displaying the slide. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now I'm still on the slide. Okay. Right now I'm still on the slide, but we'll do that in the live demonstration. So now this is want to calculate out what's the total distance this person has run. Total distance this person ran on Monday and Tuesday. So we put formula. But now this is 3 rows. I can easily just do this. This is 6,400, blah blah blah. Sorry, what am I doing? Sorry, let me use text. Okay. This is 6,400, this is 8,200, this is 8,200, and then this is This one is 3,100. But who would do that for 6,000 rows? Nobody. I'll be sorry, 60,000 rows safe. Nobody can even do it for 6,000 rows. Anyway, let me clean all this. Okay, sorry. Sorry, are we understanding up to now? We're understanding up to now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we are getting.
Thank you very much for replying. So now, if we create with the formula and all that, we are going to get this. This is a calculated column here. This one that is here. We can all see that this is what we got. And to do it for 6,000 rows. That's a perfect example of a calculated column. It's created a whole column. We know what columns and rows are now. So it created a whole column with the value we wanted, with the value that we wanted to get in the table. So now back, let's go continue on, and then later we'll see the demo. Creating calculated measures. So just like I said earlier, I explained earlier, measures are usually want to get the total profit of something, like the total average. Usually is a single value. It gets multiple rows and adds a new field that can be added to visualizations. It is calculated at query time. It's calculated at query time because when you ask, that's when you to calculate it because something can change. Something can change. Like I can want just the one for 2018 in case I filter. So it will calculate it all over again. But these columns are there once you calculate it immediately. Calculated at data load or when data is refreshed. It's just there because most times nothing will change in your singular data. I would not change what's in 2.4. I will not change I will not change what Akim ran on Tuesday. I will not change what Ansolo ran on Monday. But something like the year they ran can change. So that's why we need measures. So now, how do you create let me show you an example of how calculated measures work. So now we can even use calculated measures on this calculated column. Calculated measure. Now I want to know what's the total that the track was used at all. Like the total that the track was used, like who used how much was this my track? Let's say I'm charging, let's say I have a track, right? I have a complex where people used to come and run. So now I charge people one naira per their distance traveled on my track. So I want to know the total distance run by everybody on that track, whether it's Julian, whether it's on Tuesday, whether it's on Solo, whether it's on Monday. So now I can do that with a calculated measure. A measure, I'll just put total distance on track equals to sum of the total distance each person ran, which will now give me a singular value. This will give us 64 plus 82 plus 31. What's that? What's that, please? 11,300, 17,700, I think. Okay, so yes, that's that. 17,700. That's times one naira. That's 17,000. That's nice. Someone say something. Okay, no. That's nice. That's nice for a fee. So now this is a summary of everything I just showed you guys. Calculated columns, calculated measures, and how they work. So now this is the database I was talking about earlier, AdventureWorks database. It was published by Microsoft, so people can be using it to just flex and do some few things like analysis. Yes, analysis and the rest. But wait, is this AdventureWorks? I think it's a bit edited. Someone has edited it because it's showing 2017. But anyway, so now I'll take you guys. Okay, we're only using the sales. Let me explain this. AdventureWorks database is a database. Now, a database will have different things, like it will have different tables. Something will link the tables together eventually. I'm sure you guys have been taught data modeling, or will still be taught a bit. But like something will link the table. So for today, we're only using this sales data from there. Yeah, you guys understand? We're only using this sales data. We're not touching purchasing or contact management or human resources. So now let's go to our
So since your slide is now moving,
hmm? So what did you say?
since your slide is fixed, it's not moving. Like you're not moving according to what you are teaching.
My slide is not moving.
Yes, I'll be using my network. I'm not. It's not slide.
What slide page are you on
Your
now?
network is moving.
Okay, it's my network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. it's moving from my side.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now let's do a live demonstration of creating calculated columns and measures. So using our sales team. So now I've loaded my data into, okay, let me do this instead. Let me show my entire screen. Baby, I don't have to. This class will probably end in 10 minutes because there's a what do you call it? Sorry. Are we all hearing me?
Yeah.
There's a limit on how long you can use Google Meet. Usually it's 1 hour for now, especially if you're not using a premium account. So it's probably end in like 10 minutes and then we'll have to go recreate another one. Are you guys cool with that? I'll send another link after. So let me quickly do the demo of this one. Okay, so now we have opened this and we have loaded our sales data set. We have done this and we have opened our sales data set. So now what we want to do is we want to create our first calculated column and measure. Sales. Let me create a scenario here. Let me create a scenario in our head. We would like to see. We would like to see. These are our table. Let me use a table here. So we would like to see how much profit we've gained from everything here. Like from each, at least let me not even say from everything yet. From each. Yes, let's see how much you gain from each other line. Can do each can. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create a column. The question I'm going to be asking is so that we can use the things we just learned in action, in practical. So now I want to create a column. This is our table view. So now this is our sales table, right? So I'll right click. Are we seeing this? To create a sales column, I'm going to right click.
Yes. That's it.
I'm right clicking on my sales table because I want to create a column in that same table. I'm clicking new column here. So now what's changed? Up here. I'm zooming, I'm trying to zoom my screen so you guys can see too. I'm trying to increase my, you guys can also zoom on your side now, right? So now I'm creating a new column. What happened there is that it brought me a formula panel, a formula pane up here. Can you guys see the formula pane? It'll be a new where I'm typing this thing, where I'm just typing this nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what's happening here is I want to create a new column to get the profits we made on each sale. So I'll name it profit. And normally, what's the formula for profit? Since it's going to be sales price versus cost price. But yeah, they call it, well, sales price versus cost. Sales price versus sales
Is
cost.
my
So
name
yeah,
just cost price?
when we analyzed our data earlier by just looking at it, we saw that we have our item cost column and our item price column. So that's what we are going to use. Now we're not just going to put item cost versus minus item price. It's supposed to be, we are going to reference that table, which is by saying sales. By saying sales, they will now open a what do they call this thing? Is it braces? I mean brackets. The yes, I think this is bracket. So the bracket and then the name of the column that we are creating from, which is item price. Then minus again, then we'll put sales again. The shortcut to this is you can just put the item, just write any letter of the column. Normally, Power BI will now suggest, is it this one? Is it this one? So now look at this. I'm only putting cost, and it has shown me that is it this item cost and sales. So basically, I've put it. Then now I'm putting enter. So what just happened? It's not show us immediately, except to put our data, our table view. You know our table view on the left hand side. So in our table view, you can now see that we have created a new column on this last place called profits. Can we see that? Okay, good. Um, we saw that we've created a new column called profit. Now that basically is a calculated column. Is a calculated column. If we save our
Yes.
file document like this and we go to our Excel data set, we'll see that column is not there. But in this Power BI, it is there because it is a calculated column which is calculated by ourselves. If we even look at this pane on the right hand side, are we seeing this data pane? This place they put data on top by the right. So now look at the signs by the left of each name here. you can see that the sign on profit is different. The sign on profit is different because of the of what it says. It's a calculation.
Because you just
There's like
added
a
it, right?
box type thing with E on top. Most of the other ones just have the E and the box. Why am I saying E? The science student, I should not be saying E. Are we all science? That E means summation. Yeah, that E means summation. So
Sigma.
now, okay, yes, your sigma, yes, but like in calculations, it's for summation. Sigma is the Greek name. I mean, Greek alphabet. Let me try that, please.
Yeah. Name.
Okay, so where was
Yeah.
I? Where was I? I'm at okay. Now we've created the column profits. Created the column profits, right? So
Yeah,
now,
then,
yeah. Do you want to say something?
yes.
For one, let's quickly do this, please. Let's rename our page. We were taught about pages too in introduction to
Profit
Power BI,
column.
right?
Column profit.
Hello, hello. We were taught about this thing in our kidney that we can change the page name. I mean, we have pages. So now for this page, we are going to be using for
Hi,
profit. So
hi.
I'm renaming this page to profit.
Yes, yes. You can rename.
Miriam. Okay, I'm thinking your network is a bit slow. Okay, are we together? Profit. So I'm renaming the page to profit.
Yes.
Sorry, please. Can you only talk when you have a question, please?
Guys, please, is I think someone's mic is not muted. Is that Miriam? Miriam Abdul.
Yes.
Miriam Abdul, can you please mute your mic a bit? Abi, can you just please mute your mic? I think there's a feedback echo. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Said I
Let
muted
me mute
myself
it.
already.
Okay. Okay. It's muted now. Oh, okay. So this call might end soon. Can we all hear me, please? I just need us to be interactive a bit. Okay, so this call might end soon, but I've showed you guys
Yeah,
how
we
to
can
create.
hear you. We can hear you.
I've showed you guys how to create a calculated column. So now let me show you guys how to create a measure. So now there's a convention, which is not compulsory, but there's a convention. What does convention mean? Like something that people just do to maintain order and just like make sense on their own. So now there's a convention people do where they create um they create a new table entirely. They create a new table entirely for their measures. So now I'm going to call this table calculations here because there are different things we're going to be doing there. So I'm going to call it calculations. And then they do a convention where they put an underscore in front of it. Underscore in front of that underscore now signify that okay, these are measures. These are measures. So I'm creating that calculations. So now, yeah, what have I done? Okay, let me rename it from here. It's taking it as a okay, see it. So I've renamed the table. I created a new table and then I renamed it calculation because I want to use it to hold my measures. So the call will end soon. So I'll create a new one and send it to you guys on the group. Are we okay with that? In like 3 minutes.
Yes, yes, we're okay.
Just check the group. Okay. I'm ending it now.